Yesterday, the first victims of the bus accident that occurred in Hungary on the M3 motorway returned to Poland. They were transported by a special plane and are most likely already at home now, because as the Deputy Minister of Health said at yesterday's conference, these are patients who do not require further hospitalization in Polish hospitals. So we wish you, if you are watching us now, a speedy recovery. But there are still a great many people remaining here in Hungary. These are people in serious condition. These are people whose state of health did not allow them to return to Poland on that plane. And indeed, when such a person remains here on site, consular assistance is truly invaluable. The help of someone who can assist with translations, documents, or simply provide support here on the ground. Unfortunately, those who have remained here cannot count on such help. The families of these people, or the families of those who lost their lives in this unfortunate, massive bus accident that took place, cannot count on such help either. Why? Because the consul is not meeting with these people, and despite assurances that the consul is fully available, in practice, it looks a bit different, which I was able to witness. Yesterday, a very large group of people, the families of the deceased, waited for the consul in front of one of the hospitals. They were promised that the consul would come down to them, that the consul would talk to them. They would be able to get information from him, for example, regarding how they would be able to transport the bodies of their loved ones back to Poland. But the consul did not come out to them. We want to know what is happening with the bodies. We will talk separately. We still have 2 hospitals ahead of us. We also kindly ask for your understanding. We must reach all the victims. Thank you very much for the meeting. We are heading to the next hospital.
But can you come out to see these people here? Yes, absolutely. Come on, right now too.
Unfortunately, he did not come out to us. He supposedly went to another hospital. That is all we know.
So, what are you left with now? What about?
Returning to Poland, and I don't know what else. Waiting, because we are leaving. We are not going to sit here waiting for a consul who might graciously appear, because we were assured that we would speak with him, and someone just blew us off. All the help on site for these Poles is provided by the Polish diaspora living here in Hungary. What have they actually organized? Simple, basic things like water or clothing for people who ended up in the hospital with nothing, because all their luggage was completely destroyed and they simply had nothing to wear. That is all the Polish community. Well, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Polish consulate hasn't really helped these people in any real way so far. Today we tried to get into the consulate to talk to the consul about his actions and how he is actually helping these people. However, getting to the consul is probably an even harder task than getting through to the special hotline launched for the victims' families. This hotline was launched, of course, by whom? By Donald Tusk. The consular section of the Polish embassy in Budapest. This is another time we are trying to see the consul, to go in and talk to him about the help being provided by the consulate to the families and those injured in the bus accident in Hungary. Again, another dead end, just like the special emergency number that was launched by Donald Tusk. Similarly, here at the consulate itself, no one opens the door, answers the phone, or speaks to us. It is sad to see in practice how the help promised by Donald Tusk is not working. How people who come to Hungary to identify victims or to find their loved ones in the hospital have to fend for themselves. Because these are the situations that are happening. I will just mention here that one woman is still unidentified. Yesterday, the search for her was ongoing. And those searches were conducted by the family of one of the victims, because apparently no one from the MFA felt compelled to carry out such a search, to contact the family, and tell them what is happening with this woman. Well, unfortunately, that's how it looks. Now, those families who manage to find their loved ones will try to find out what they can do next, for example, when the bodies can be transported back. However, it would be good if the MFA, if the consulate itself, took care to call them. Just as Simon Holonia once promised that the doctor would call us, it would be good if the consul now took the phone and called these families himself, instructed them, told them exactly what to do step by step, and that they can simply count on him. Yeah,